1920s inspired faux bob look. I hope you enjoy. And what we're going to use to section the hair are these foam rollers. So I have these more firm ones and these softer ones. So I'm going to create a parting. If a model has a parting, you can use that, or if you've got a brief that's specific to what side of the hair they want parted, just start with that. Before I started combing out the hair, when it was really damp, I applied some of the Tresemme Mousse Volume and Lift, and this is just going to help really structure and hold the hair. But the hair has dampened down a little bit at the ends, so I'm just going to spray it down with some water. I am going to start from the parting section. So go back to that. You don't have to have a clear parting if you're not sure, but I think because the hair's set, it's always nice to know where your parting's going to be, because it's harder to change the parting when it's dry. So I'm going to start with the blue rollers, and I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to take a decent section, maybe about 2 fingers wide, comb that out, and then I'm going to over direct the hair. I'm going to pull the hair away from the face. I'm going to bring the roller all the way down to the end, so that it's really nicely tucked under, and then I'm going to roll the hair. That's going to be nice and firm on the top of the head, and then you just cross each edge over. I'm going to do this for this side, and because we're going to try and create a finger wave, we're going to roll the hair in on itself. They don't have to be extremely tight, but as long as all the ends are tucked in. And you're just going to repeat the process all. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow the sections. So the first section we've rolled under, so that's how we're going to do the first line, and the second roll we've done in, so we're going to do that in towards the head, and that's just going to create that wave going down. So when the hair sets, it's going to have that nice finger wave to it. So you can do this without these foam rollers. You can pin curl it, so you can use your fingers to set it. You can use heated foam or silicone rollers. You could even just use a small hair curler. I just find that this way is a little bit easier to do, and I just prefer to set it from wet, but it's completely up to you how you want to do it. I'm just going to take all of these out. As you can see, they've set really nicely, and the mousse has really helped for them to bring in some shape. I am just going to brush it out really gently. If they've set completely, you won't have to worry about the curl falling out. As you can see there, it just kind of falls back into that shape. Some of the hair is quite frizzy, so I am going to apply a little bit of oil as I'm going through. I'm just going to use this oil, and I'm not going to use a lot, but I am just going to cover my hands in it, just so when I'm brushing through that the hair tames itself. Because I don't want to saturate the hair in oil, but I do want to make sure that, you know, the hair is smooth. And we can use some hairspray when we start styling, but as we're brushing through, I just want to make sure. So as you can see, I've taken the back out and it's got a little bit of frizz to it. So I'm just going to take my Denman brush and I'm just going to really give it a good brush through. again, I'm going to put some oil on my hands. Not a lot, just to wet the palm. So as you can see already, the hair has started to tuck under and we've got that really nice shape. So if you wanted to have a really structured set, you could use your pintail comb and really set the edges. But I quite like this slightly messier shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to start undressing the front of the hair, and then I'm going to see how to style it. Using hairspray and an all-purpose comb, I'm just going to start to mould the hair. The reason why I like doing this with a comb is because I can push the hair and shape the hair in a different way rather than using a brush. And as I go through each section, I'm just going to spray it down. And when I find the curve of the hair that I want, this is where I'm going to start inserting my clips. So these clips are going to hold the finger wave or the S dent shape in the head, and when it sets, it's going to have a really nice deep thin curl, which is what we want for this 1920s faux bob look. As I go down the hair, I'm going to keep spraying and I'm going to keep smoothing. With this style, it's just about how you like the hair and what kind of style you want the hair to sit in. I'm going to add some more clips into the indentation just underneath these clips, and then I'm going to tuck the hair underneath, and that's going to create my faux bob. Once I've put the clips in, I'm just going to start pinning in areas that I think might need it, and then I'll move on to the front section of the hair. For the front section of the hair, I've used my comb to mould the shape of the S at the front. Now, I didn't want this to be an extreme S finger wave. However, I did want it to be around the face and I did want it to slightly frame the face. When finishing off the hair, I just go around and make sure there's no gaps and just make sure that all of the hair is where I want it. I'm going to use a silver comb, which I thought would really set the look off, and I thought it was quite apt
for the time period as well.